You're only 12 years old. You're walking through the bright Gangnam district in Seoul, humming a pop tune. Suddenly, a man in a perfect suit blocks your path. He hands you a business card that gleams in the sun brighter than your future. You have the face of a star. He says, your heart does a flip. You run home, beg your parents, and a week later they sign a stack of papers as thick as an encyclopedia. You don't read the fine print. Nobody does. Congratulations, you've just sold your soul. And the next 15 years of your life for a promise of glitter. Your childhood is officially canceled. You're jumping for joy. But in a month, you'll be sobbing while looking at that contract. The agency building looks like a futuristic prison made of glass and concrete. Inside, there are hundreds of kids, and every single one looks like a living doll. You're shoved into a room with floor-to-ceiling mirrors. Dance. A manager barks, his face showing nothing but boredom. No music, no warm-up. You dance in total silence, hearing only the squeak of your sneakers and your own heavy breathing. The panel of directors stares at you like they're choosing a new microwave design, not a human being. After 3 minutes, they say, dismissed. We'll contact your parents. The next 2 weeks are torture. You can't sleep. You flinch at every notification on your phone. Your classmates discuss exams and first loves. But to you, it feels like kindergarten. You're already on the other side. Finally, the call comes. You're in, but this isn't a victory. It's the beginning of the end. You're moved into a dormitory. It's not a cozy room. It's a concrete box where 10 people live in 20 square meters. The bunk beds creak, and the air smells of permanent sweat and cheap ramen. Your new schedule is an insult to biology. Wake up at 4:30 a.m., school. You only show up so you don't get expelled, sleeping at the back desk behind a textbook. By 1 p.m., you're back at the agency, dancing until you collapse, vocals until your voice breaks, Japanese lessons, etiquette lessons, lessons on how to smile perfectly when you want to die. You get back to the dorm at 2 a.m., sleep for 3 hours, and start all over again. The scariest day of the week is weigh-in day. You strip down to your underwear in front of the manager. If the scale says more than 48 kilograms, you're a failure. You're humiliated in front of all the other trainees. Your diet now consists of air and hope. 1 apple a day, which you cut into 20 pieces to make it look like a lot, or ice cubes to trick your stomach. You see your friends fainting during rehearsals, but nobody calls an ambulance. They just give them smelling salts and say, get up, lazy. Others are working harder. 3 endless years pass. Your knees are worn out. Your back aches like an 80-year-old's. The agency decides your nose is not photogenic enough. You're sent to the plastic surgery assembly line. They break your jaw to give you a V-shaped face, change your eye shape, and pump you with fillers. You wake up with a face even your own mother wouldn't recognize. You're not a human anymore. Your inventory number 402. Finally, the big day. Debut. You're chosen for a 4-girl group. They give you a stage name and a fake backstory. Now you're the cute and shy cat lover. Even though you hate cats and just want to sleep, your first music video gets millions of views. You think, finally, I'm rich. Huh. Naive. You owe the agency for everything. Food, housing, surgeries, the van's gas. You work 365 days a year with no days off, but your bank account is at zero. You're a slave in rhinestones. Your schedule during a comeback is a death sentence. You sleep standing up in the elevator. You perform on 5 TV shows a day. You have a 102-degree fever, but they inject you with a double dose of painkillers and push you onto the stage. You have to smile and blow finger hearts to fans while the blood vessels in your eyes are popping from sleep deprivation. Satiangs, obsessed fans, track your every move, hack your phone, and wait for you outside bathrooms. You have no private life. If you're seen with a boyfriend, your career is over in 1 second. Fans will burn your photos, and the agency will hit you with a massive fine for damaging the image. 5 years pass. Your body is broken. Your voice is hoarse. The industry has already found your replacements. 14-year-old girls ready to do anything for fame. Your last single flops. The manager calls you into that same glass office. We aren't renewing your contract. You've become too old and expensive to maintain. You're 25 years old. You have no education, no friends outside the industry, and no savings. All your earnings went to pay off your trainee debt. You have about $8,000 in your account, For 12 years of slavery, your skills? You can hit a beat perfectly and wink at a camera with your left eye. In the real world, that's worth nothing. Now you work in a small cafe on the outskirts of Seoul. Customers sometimes squint at you. Hey, aren't you that girl from that group? What was her name? You nod politely, pour their coffee, and head to the kitchen. At night, you turn on your old recordings and don't recognize the glowing girl on the screen. She was a dream for millions, a product in a shiny wrapper. And you? You're just the wrapper that got thrown away as soon as it stopped crinkling. You look out the window at the bright lights of Gangnam and realize your life was stolen, and in its place, they left only surgical scars and a permanent ache in your bones.